Hello everyone, and welcome to my lesson for One Way Mule by Silverchair. There's two things you need to know before I get started. The first is that I won't be doing the solo. To be honest, I don't know how to play it, and I don't really like it anyway, so if you want to learn the solo, you'll have to look elsewhere. This is just going to be for the rhythm parts. And the second thing you need to know is it is in drop B tuning, which means all the strings are standard tuning except for the low E, which is tuned down 2.5 steps to B. So it's like drop D except an extra 1.5 steps, and that results in when you play a power chord shape on the bottom two strings, it results in an octave instead of a power chord. So having said that, let's get started. Okay, so there's only really a couple of main riffs to the song, but there's a few variations on those riffs, so I'll try to incorporate them without making it too confusing, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this is going to be the first riff, which is the intro and also serves as the verse riff. And I'll play it slowly for you first, and then I'll show you how I did it for those that didn't catch it. Anyway. So all that is you're going to need the open low string and the second string A, or second fret A string, which is normally an E power chord, but E octave. And then you're going to cycle between that and the third on the low string and fifth on the A string in this pattern. Then you go to first fret low string and third fret A string, and then slide from there all the way up to 10th fret low string and 12th fret A string. So, and then it's going to go from 10 and 12 to 11 and 13 to 8 and 10, back to 10 and 12, so it'll go like this. So I explained it wrong, but I played it properly, so just it'll go 10 and 12, 8 and 10, 11 and 13, 10 and 12, 8 and 10, 10 and 12. And then the riff will repeat, but the ending is different. This time the ending will go like this. So when you slide up to 10 and 12, instead of cycling up and down, you'll go from 10 and 12 to 8 and 10 to 7 and 9, and then bar the 7th fret, hit the D and G strings on the 7th fret. And then the riff starts again. So it's the same as we played it the first time, and then the last time it starts the same way again. And it's basically the same as the second time, except it disregards the 7th fret D and G strings and just plays. So that's the entire intro riff, which also serves as the verse riff, and those are the only minor variations on it for this section. So let's move on to the small pre-chorus and then the chorus. Now you'll hear at the end of the verse when Daniel Johns sings "Climb Right Back to You," it's sort of an ascending riff, and that serves as a pre-chorus. It's only one bar, but I'll show you what it is. Start on the 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D and G, and watch the picking pattern for this one, and you let them all ring out. So it'll be A, D, G, D strings. That's the picking pattern. Then you would go to open A string, 2nd fret D and G, same pattern. Back to 3rd fret A, 5th fret D and G. So it'll go, this is the whole thing played slowly. And then it jumps into the chorus. So, chorus is next. Okay, the chorus is going to be similar to that pre-chorus section in that all the notes are going to ring out. There's just more chords involved. So we'll start with the first one, which is B power chord, 2nd fret A string, 4th fret D and G, and leave your fingers off the high 2 strings because you need them to ring out. So this is going to be the picking pattern for the first part. So A, D, G, D, high E, B, D, G. Then slide that up to 5th fret A string, 7th fret D and G. And same sort of picking pattern, A, D, G, D. Then open A string, 2nd fret D and G. Same picking pattern. Then this is what I find to be a difficult chord, but you start 6th fret low string, 8th fret A string, and then with your pinky bar the D and G at the 10th fret. So personally I find that difficult to do, and I just have a hard time barring my pinky finger. You might find it just as difficult, you might find it easier, but anyway, that's what it is. So here's the picking pattern. Similar fashion. And then back up to 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D and G. Open A string, 2nd fret D and G. And then it starts to repeat. So let me try to play that whole section slowly for you. And then it starts to repeat, so the first section is played the same. And once you get here, you start a similar riff to the pre-chorus. So you go to 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D and G, 5th fret A string, 7th fret D and G, open A string, 2nd fret D and G, and then open 3, 5 on the A string, and then the whole chorus repeats. So the second half of the chorus goes like this. And so on. So hopefully that wasn't too confusing. But actually no, I was wrong. The the chorus won't repeat the first time, like the whole chorus. Instead of when you do the climbing riff of the pre-chorus like this, it goes back into the verse riff. So and so on. So that's the chorus, and we'll move along to the next section. Okay, now this is the rhythm that's going to be playing underneath the solo. So it's, I guess you can call it a bridge riff, and it's all played on the low string. Pardon me. And I'll play it through slow, and then I'll show you what I did. So, it's basically all around this droning low string. So, open, open, third, open, open, third, open, open, first, open, open, 4 twice, open, open, and then 3, 8. Open 3, and so on. So that's not too difficult. The next part comes when the solo is finished and it all speeds up, so we'll go to that next. Okay, so the riff after the solo is even faster, and I'm going to be honest with you and say that I can't play it at full speed, so I'm going to show you how to play it slow, and then you can work it up. But here's what you do. 8th fret twice, open, open, 3, 5 opens, 1, 5 opens, 3, 5 opens, 4, 4, 4 opens, 3, 4, and then 2 opens. So, let me just try to play it slowly all the way through so you get an idea. So, like that, but faster. Moving along. Okay, so the last chorus is the clean part, and it's played almost exactly the same as the other choruses. It's just the difficult chord I mentioned for me is different in this version. So it starts the same way on the 2nd fret, A, 4th fret, D and G. So once you get to the open A string chord, instead of going 6, 8, 10, 10 down here, it'll be 6, 8, or 6 on the low E, 8 on the A, and then bar the 5th fret with your first finger on the D and G, like so. And then the rest is the same as the other chorus. And so on. But at the end of this chorus, when you reach the last bar, you would kick the distortion back on, and start at the 3rd fret A string, 5th fret D and G, go up to the 5th fret and 7 and 7, open 2 and 2, and then 3rd, 5th, and 5th. Now of course that would start at a low volume and work its way louder, so it would be, I don't have a volume pedal, but you get the idea. It would start off quiet and go loud, so. And then we'll move on to the outro. So the outro takes the intro and verse riff and sort of alters them slightly yet again. So I'll play through part of it, I'll show you what I did, and then I'll play through the rest of it and show you what I did. So here's how it goes. So once again, it's just you're cycling between the open low E 2nd fret A to 5th fret low E, 3rd fret low E 5th fret A, like this. You're just adding more rests and you're not going up to the 12th fret, so. So that's the first section. The second half of the outro starts to repeat, but there's another slight variation, so it goes like this. So you would go open to 3rd, and instead of hitting both open and 2nd fret after that, I usually just hit the open string, so like so, and then 7th fret D and G, slide back down to continue the riff, and that's it up to the last 4 chords. So let me try to play through the whole outro so you get a sense of what I'm talking about, and then I'll do the last 4 chords to end the song. So here's how the outro goes. And the last 4 chords are like so. 6th fret low E, 8th fret A, 10th fret D and G. Slide that shape down 1 fret. Then 3rd A string, 5th fret D and G. Then 1st fret A, 3rd fret D and G. And that ends the song. So anyway, that's One Way Mule by Silverchair. Hopefully this helped you, and hopefully you weren't too confused by all my ramblings and terrible playing. So thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time. Take it easy.